So I started my periods at age 11. So I was relatively young when I started. And from the get-go, they were very, very painful, very heavy. I bleed, through pads within half an hour. It was very extremely heavy. And it was only until I was about 14 that the pain was chronic. So it was not just during my period, it was during the month as well. I saw a gynecologist when I was 16 because they wouldn't refer me before then because I was too young. And she went in and said that I was absolutely fine, there was nothing wrong, and that she thought the pain was more mental than physical, so that it was all in my head. And then within a few months, I was in as an emergency and I had my appendix removed. And the general surgeon said my appendix was healthy, but he could see endometriosis everywhere. So he referred me back to my original gynae, and she flatly refused to agree with his findings, which is quite common with endometriosis. If the gynecologist isn't a specialist in the disease, they often miss it. So my dad took me to a specialist in Birmingham, and he took me into surgery, and I was riddled with it. It was everywhere. And it took them 5.5 hours to remove the disease. And I needed a bowel resection. I had a stomach drain, had a catheter. It was such a relief to be diagnosed because I had an answer for the pain, but at the same time I'd just been diagnosed with an incurable disease that I had to live with for the rest of my life. And I'm 27 now, and I've had 12 operations, so all because of the disease. So it's bittersweet knowing what's going on with your body, but at the same time knowing that it's never going to go away. The hardest part for me is it's relentless. It doesn't stop. I think because people don't understand it, they don't see it. It's not like a broken leg. They can't physically see it. It is so misunderstood because they think, oh, it's just to do with your periods, when it's not. For me, my most affected is my bowel, and that cripples me every single day. I've got a permanent bag because of it. I'm now waiting for a colectomy to remove the rest of my large colon for it. But I would just say for anybody who is kind of suffering with the symptoms of endometriosis, so whether or not they have severe periods, pain in their tummy, pain when they're passing the bowels, pain when they're urinating, all these different symptoms, and they keep getting knocked back by doctors, is to just keep advocating for yourself. And don't be afraid to ask to be investigated for conditions like endometriosis, because you do have to fight for yourself, and because pain is not normal.